So in this problem, you have a person in a boat that's offshore from a vertical cliff. So if it's vertical cliff, we assume that it makes a right angle with the shore. It's 100 feet straight up, and it takes a sighting of the top of the cliff. So you're on the boat, here's your eye. The angle of elevation means if the person is looking straight across on the horizontal and then looks up, that's called angle of elevation. In this case, that's 30 degrees up to the top of the cliff. And they want to know how far offshore, so this is this part here, is the ship. We're looking for X. In terms of this angle, the 100 feet is the opposite side. And in terms of the angle, this is the adjacent side. Now, we're not asked about anything about the hypotenuse, how far it is from the tip of the boat to the top of the cliff. We're looking for from the ship to shore, if you will. So I'm looking at the opposite and the adjacent, and the trig function that deals with opposite and adjacent is the tangent. We have tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. It's part of our SOHCAHTOA thing. And then I fill in what I know. I know 30 degrees is my angle, and the opposite side of the 30-degree angle is 100, and the adjacent side is X. So I have an equation that involves X, and I can solve for X and find the value. Now to do that, I'm going to want to clear fractions, so I'm going to multiply both sides by X. And I have X tangent 30 degrees equals 100, and then divide by tangent 30 degrees. Okay. So I get X equals, now tangent of 30 degrees is one of my special angles. So I could give an exact answer. That would be 100 divided by, and then tangent of 30 degrees. You can either memorize the wheel and find 30 degrees and figure out what tangent is, or you could draw up a triangle and do the 30 degrees. In either case, tangent of 30 degrees is 1 over square root of 3. So if I take 100 and divide it by the fraction 1 over radical 3, you flip the fraction, change to multiplication. So it's 100 square root of 3, and then it's in feet. All right, that's an exact answer. If, however, I want a decimal approximation, then I'm going to have to use my calculator, and I can type it in. So I'm going to turn it on here. Let's see. I need 100 times the square root of 3. Okay, so I get about 173 point, and then whatever decimal place they tell you to round to, so about 173.2 feet. So this would be the approximation. To the nearest tenth. Okay, that's 1 decimal place.